everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, that's W-O-R-I-M-I, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. Absolute pleasure to have you along. Okay, what do I want to have a look at this today? Well, apparently Thomas Massey introduced a resolution. What was it actually called? It's pretty much the Massey resolution that would direct the House Ethics Committee to preserve and release records related to monetary settlements paid out by lawmakers in connection to cases of sexual misconduct. Apparently, it was a near unanimous vote. 420 lawmakers voted in favour and one against. I was really shocked at that. I thought there would be more against, especially those that have something to hide. However, what has since happened is that he also introduced a bill on is not real funding that has caused real controversy. Oh gosh, there's the moon card at the bottom. Yeah, we're in full moon energy, full on, seeking to lower spending that is sent to is not real, etc. And pretty much, America First type information. Apparently there was real heated debate in regards to that. Democrats themselves are split because we know a good portion of them are paid by, the money goes to is not real, and then the money comes back to pay for a number of those that are in Congress, etc., to vote favourably to pay the money to is not, how it goes. It's a bit of a circular economy, that one. And the US is pretty much in a constitutional crisis at the moment, because what's happened is that there was also then a vote by certain hardliners in the Republican Party that voted to refuse to allow any bills to come to the floor, blocking Johnson's path to bring forward the annual Pentagon policy bill, etc. So it's just in an absolute schmozzles in Congress at the moment. So what do they do to solve it? Send everybody home. Okay, so I just want to have a bit of a look. Now, the Massey bill regarding the records for misconduct, apparently the vote was the House's final move before. The House has 2 legislative days to act on it. So it was filed, the vote was the House's final move before leaving for recess. Okay, and directs the Ethics Committee and the Office of Congressional Workplace Rights to produce a single consolidated list that includes the names of every member, delegate or resident commissioner who was the subject of an investigation King of Swords has popped out, that resulted in a monetary settlement. Okay, should also include the total amount of the taxpayer funds included in the settlement, blah, 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 blah. So, what is it what am I reading here? Okay, the Ethics Committee in April released a document that it had investigated misconduct by members, 28 instances, okay, etc., etc. Okay. And taxpayers had paid over $300,000 in settlements on behalf of 6 former members of Congress. Okay, so what do I want to have a look at this? I want to have a look at, will this list actually be released? I think that's probably a yes. Okay, let's have a look. Will there be, this isn't the only thing I want to have a look at. I want to have a look pretty much. I'm using the mystical manga cards. The constitutional crisis that the Congress has been thrown into by these bills that are being brought to the floor. So I'm going to have a quick look at this one, the privileged resolution that's now gone to the Ethics Committee. Will there be a document produced? Will we publicly see a document I suspect some of them have passed away that will be on the list because it is current and former. Let's have a look. So we've got the King of Swords. This is about bringing forth the truth. This is about legal action being taken. There might be legal action being taken to prevent it. Let's see where this goes. King of Swords. It can be legal action. It's also a double-edged sword here as well. Okay. Challenged by the voters wanting to know. This is the taxpayer money that's been used to pay out these misconduct allegations. The taxpayer wants to know. Could also be the ending of some happy families as well as this information is released. I think it's going to come out. We've got the justice system at the bottom there, or justice, just simply justice being bought. The energy it's stewing in the past. Queen of Cups, trying to keep a lid on the situation, trying to keep it under wraps. And then crowning the reading, we've got the Five of Pentacles, the moral, ethical, financial corruption, payments made, the despair of those that did good. I think this list is going to come out actually. Let's see where it goes. You've got the lovers in the immediate future. Yeah, absolutely. Information brought about unbalanced relationships. You got the Seven of Swords. Lying being exposed here. It wasn't me, I didn't do it. Yeah, actually you did. And the Knight of Wands. So externally, Seven of Swords. Any cover-ups are going to be exposed here because you've got those eyes at the top there, seeing it clearly. Internally, volatile information is going to be brought forward here. I think it is going to come out. Page of Swords, whistleblowers potentially. Got the Four of Cups. We're going to be disappointed at some of the names that come out. You've got the Four of Wands, and then you've got the Page of Wands. Now, notice it wasn't just Congress members. There might be some sort of fiery announcement or fiery messaging that comes here. Could be some married. I mean, usually this is an announcement from the White House, but it is the wedding couple with this Four of Wands celebrating their big day. Might be some announcements of some divorces coming out. Page of Coins as the information about the money that comes forward. Certain individuals would like it kept hidden with that Four of Coins, a lot of fours in this outcome. And then we've got the Three of Wands. Pretty much chickens coming to roost. Yeah, you've got the Empress here, powerful feminine energy, and the Ace of Wands. I think this document's going to come out and there's going to be money trails and there's going to be a lot of bus throwing and the Ace of Coins and the moving on card here, the Eight of Cups, emotionally leaving. Yeah, I think the list is going to come out and I think there's going to be a bit of a surprise for either some partners and also some voters. There might be some representatives that suddenly drop out of the midterms. Do not be surprised. Yeah, okay. Right, what I want to have a look at now is what was the, oh, by the way, quickly, Kaliningrad, I mentioned yesterday, Moldova, no, Lithuania. I'm sorry. My geography for that side of the world's not real high. Moldova, Kaliningrad is the Baltic Sea, I think it is. If I remember correctly, it might be the wrong sea, don't quote me on that. But pretty much body of water, Lithuania, Belarus, and Poland. So I was meaning Lithuania, not Moldova. Don't know why I got Moldova. Keep an eye out for Moldova in the news. What else do I want to have a look at? I want to have a look at what was the other thing that was brought up? Oh, the cutting off the funding for Is Not Real. Again, bought by Massey, Republican out of Kentucky. Who would have thought? Maybe he's got his eye on the Senate down the track. Okay, let's have a look. The bill for funding for Is Not Real. Massey has sponsored an amendment seeking to add it to a National Security and State Department spending bill that's expected to come up for voting. The text of Massey's amendment says none of the funds of the Act will be made available for Is Not Real. And lowers the overall spending in the bill to $3.3 billion. Okay, so pretty much cutting spending to Is Not Real. Ace of Cups. Okay, how's this amendment going to go? After the Democratic caucus meeting, where the bill was a focus of debate, Representative Benny Thompson from Mississippi expressed shock at the fraught conversation about Is Not Real. So there's a number of Dems that are pushing back on this, arguing about cutting off the resources. Representative Jerry Nadler, Democrat New York, said the conversation in the caucus meeting was all over the place, or the bill poorly drafted, arguing it would eliminate funding for US embassies in the country and other unattended. Rep. Sarah Jacobs, Democrat California, called it an overly broad amendment and not written well. But you know what we think about those that take APAC money. Do not be surprised if those ones mentioned on that list. So how's this Massey amendment to the Is Not Real funding bill going to go? Okay, Ace of Cups was the one that popped out here. Highly emotive. It's a highly emotive topic. Let me put it that way. There's a lot of high emotions in regards to this. Challenged by the King of Cups. Diplomatic negotiations, mediation. Oh, speaking of diplomatic negotiations, the US envoy of Kush and Kof that arrived in Qatar, the Persians are saying, yeah, no, we're not talking to them. They're not negotiators. They're not diplomats. They're failed or should not fail, but slumlord property investors who are there for their own vested interest. You can't blame them, the Persians. So bloomin' heck. Okay, so King of Cups. The challenge is some sort of negotiation, diplomatic negotiation, mediation. At the bottom, we've got the Three of Cups. There's a lot of emotion here. The energy it's in, I won't say it's celebration. I think this is those that receive APAC money. AIPAC, if you're wondering, American Is Not Real funding. Right, we've got the infighting here in the past about this. And crowning the reading, it's all about the money. The money being reduced. So the Page of Coins is the energy over it. Looking at reducing the funding, which means there's less to come back. Okay, then we've got the Queen of Coins, okay, in the immediate future. These are those that are looking at how it will affect their own bottom line. The Strength card, externally, internally, the end of what's the Ten of Coins. It's all about the money. Money, money, money that comes back is what I'm getting. Goes through the portal and comes back again. There is strength in this amendment to end the money, the circular economy of sending money there and it coming back to pay for favours. 10 of coins. You've got the Empress and the hopes and fears. Could be Rusky, or it could be the powerful, the abundance. Thank you. Sitting in her abundance there. Money for jam, pretty much. How's it going to go? You've got the Page of Swords. You've got the Two of Swords. And then you've got a lot of information coming out very quickly that can't be grabbed hold of, and the wheel turning. So Massey's read the room, because this information about who's getting funding for Is Not Real is out there. I don't know whether he is or not. I suspect he's probably not if he's brought this bill forward. So there's going to be more information come out that's going to turn this wheel. Be careful what you wish for, because this is about the money, dark money changing hands and the secrets getting out there. So this is why certain, oh gosh, and then the Ten of Wands ending on the back foot, having to please explain, trying to defend their position as it's all revealed with the Sun and judgment is being made. Yeah, okay. I think the reason why they're fighting certain elements, including in the Dem Party, don't want this to pass because it affects their bottom line. It affects the money that they're getting back. So what I want to ask is, is there information, come down so you can see me shuffle, is there fear amongst the ranks? Eight of Swords, restriction of some sort. Is there fear amongst those that are pushing back? Okay, is there more information going to come out about those who benefit from this funding going to Is Not Real? Is there going to be, well, there's the Emperor trying to stay in control, controlling the situation, challenged by the Five of Swords, the abuse of power, the betrayal, the deceit, the dishonesty and people walking away. The Six of Swords is the energy they're stewing in, trying to get out of this situation. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. If you are involved in this dishonest, dark money grubbing stuff, you need to be outed. Trying to get out of, trying to, under the cover of darkness, get out of this tricky situation, sticky situation that they've found them tower in the past. Yep, it's too late. It's absolutely too late. Crowning the reading. So tower in the past, crowning the reading, the Nine of Wands. This fiery information that's going to be brought out, I think it's going to get published. And those that tied themselves to this devil energy, yeah, I think there's more to come out. Ace of Wands, big information coming out, and real disappointment at who is involved. Four of Cups. There's going to be like really, really High Priestess, secrets getting revealed right next to this devil. The outcome, the lovers who were involved. Ace of Swords, Sword of Truth. A King of Coins of who had their snouts in the trough. And there's the Chariot and the King of Cups. The chaos of moving forward, perhaps, this King of Cups. And then the Hanged Man. Oh, man. As the money trails are revealed to the voters with that Ten of Cups. Mercenary actions, secrets being revealed about who was receiving dark money. Yeah, there's more to come. And there's going to be more disappointment. Okay, is the US, I'm going to grab a different deck just to freshen up. I'm going to use the Smith-Waite Tarot, nice and clean. Is the US rapidly heading for a constitutional crisis? Oh, man. And as I split the deck, the World card, ending of an era, and the High Priestess, secrets coming out. It's going to bring an end of an era, and they're two yes cards. I think that might be a yes. Is the US heading for constitutional crisis? Come on down so you can see me shuffling. Is the US heading for a constitutional crisis? Congress has been sent home again. Right, strength. Is the US the amount of strength that has been, from this card, the amount of strength that has been installed into this easily manipulated, I think his moon is in Leo, and we're about to enter Leo or something along those lines. But yeah, the amount of strength, perpetual strength, because you've got the figure 8 up there, that has been installed in this one shell of a pliable, malleable orange. Right, and there's the oligarchical money on the bottom. Okay, see where it goes. Challenges, yeah. Huge information's going to be coming out. Really big information with that Ace of Wands. At the bottom, the best of democracy, the energy stewing in. What was the best of democracy in the past? We've got the Four of Cups, the rejecting what is being offered. Energy stewing in, trying to hold on to the best bits of the democracy, trying to hold on to what was, pouring both into emotional and practical. Rounding this reading, I'm going to say yes with this Five of Wands. The infighting. The immediate future, the Queen of Swords. It's my Harris card, but this could also be internally some sort of legal negotiation or strategy that's underway. Looking forward. She's looking this way. She's looking forward. The Justice card. Externally. Might be some huge ruling that comes out. Internally, the hard work is already underway in regards to this. The hopes and fears, stability of governance. It's also the mercenary card, but this is looking towards stability of governance, some sort of legal ruling here. The military, arresting certain people in the White House. Oh dear. Others being forced to flee because they were connected to abuse, lies, betrayal, deceit, all with that Five of Swords and trees. Far out. Yeah, I'm going to say yes. Yes, absolutely. And this is the future going forward. This is the here and now. This is the past. There's some big action happening here. We've got the King of Pentacles, the legacy, the inability to harvest, the voter, the manipulation that brings a downfall, fully exposed, Wheel of Fortune, and Temperance that restores balance. And then we've got regret and loss. Every day, edging closer. I keep getting an interim government's going to be installed. Constitutional crisis. The regime cabinet removed. Congress sent home. Supreme Court dismissed. I mean, don't ask me how it's going to happen. I know the secession and I know how in the Constitution it's not supposed to be, but do not be surprised at anything that happens. Because this has really never been here before times. We're in revolution energy. And when I say revolution energy, when the king was the ruler of the US and went to war and tossed him out, was it Mad King George at the time? That astrological cycle is back again with Pluto. So things astrology just goes whoosh over my head. But yeah, do not be surprised at anything that happens. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Let's see how it plays. Love to you all. Take care. Catch you later.